is Marlene Davis, and I thought that I would show you how to use Speed Grader in Canvas. And I would start with just looking at the end condition, and then maybe go through step by step how you use Speed Grader. Here I am, I'm looking at a student project, and they upload PDFs, and I'm able to see the whole project and scroll through it. On the right, I created a rubric, and I can view that rubric, and I had 5 different categories. The concept for their enclosure. This was, excellent. The concept for the technical aspects. I'm going to say very good. The structural diagramming, very good. The design concept, this was, as you can see, quite actually an excellent. I identify these characteristics. Over here, if I wanted to write a comment and say, I'm missing the laminate material, for example. Down here, I can put in overall comments. The most important thing, and I learned the hard way many times, save and also submit. Submit, you need both. And you've saved the rubric, there's some type of grade up here, and the submit goes into the grade center. So how did we get to this part? I wanted to, we'll cut this part out, but I want to go back to the dashboard. Here is your Canvas dashboard. Here's my course. Over here, and you have assignments. And the students in the assignments location, it's not the assignment itself. It's not the assignment prompt. It's where the students put their assignments. They load up the assignments. So for example, I had some quizzes. They could find their quizzes. I had a case study. This is where they turned them in. And I had some short assignments. And all of the students submit PDFs or they take this online. So one place for assignments. Now I'm looking at the final project. And in my course, I used modules quite a bit. And we called our course T4, and 05 was the final project, 04, a workshop, 03, another workshop, 02, a case study, and 01, another case study. So these were, and in the modules for the final project, I actually did have the actual assignment. That were, and we have lectures that were related to the project, the design, basic information, and that's a page, and we had the assignment itself. So in modules, you have all the information that you want, but when the students turn something in, they go to assignments and they put it in. Interestingly, we have 3 different grades for the same assignment, and we had to make 3, the students had to submit 3 times. The TA grade, the other faculty member grade, and here are my grades. So I'm going to now look at my student assignments. I go in here, and I have 80 students. I can download all the submissions and get PDFs independent of the Canvas site if I wanted to. No, I don't want to. Speed Grader, here's the rubric that we had created. That's another step. Speed Grader is where you go in to grade. And it opens up, and it opens up pretty much with the first student. Here is a student project. You can view the rubric. Okay, here is the rubric that I had made. And maybe I want to readjust the proportions a little bit. It's a little bit jumpy. The student, 1 of 2, so I could go to another page that they had turned in. I might have to zoom in to be able to read it. This assignment, they had a final design in their design studio, and for our course, the T course, technology course, they had to focus on a wall section and on a structure. So here is the comment about the structural diagram, and here is the big idea for the project, as well as the detailed idea for how they would make this curving form about the enclosure system. So I would look at this and I would say, oh, the enclosure, the concept is excellent. The enclosure design, it's very good. You see how the building curves? I'm looking at this enclosure. I would expect to see the curve beyond. I might make a statement here. I should see the curve beyond of the enclosure wall. So I'm able to give some feedback. Structural diagram, that was page 2. Excellent. They had done all that computer modeling. Design synopsis was very well written. Graphic quality, very good, let's say. And again, if you remember, when you're done, and I'm not quite done, but I would want to save, and I would want to submit. Now I'm looking at this, and what do I mean? I want to see that curve beyond. I might decide I'm going to draw on her drawing, on their drawing. This is a team. There's some tools up here, and one is this pencil. You know, and I'm drawing this with my mouse pad. But I'm trying to show, oh, I'm cutting through that wood wall, but I would also be able to see how it curves in the distance. I've drawn that. There's also a way to maybe write something with regard to that. And show the curving walls beyond, which would, because, you know, I'm going to clear the wall section is not through a flat wall. I think I made my point. Oh, I have to, again, remember to somehow save and submit. I don't see the save button, but I think the save refers to the rubric, but submit is for everything. It looks to me like that's there. One way you know is if I want to add some more comments, I could select that pen again. And you see it shows up again. So, or if I leave, it will disappear. Now I've gone to the next student project, but let's go back to what we had just looked at and see what is saved. Yes, that's been saved. The grade's been saved. Everything's been good. So I've successfully graded this project. Hope that helps you.